All right, second half action back again with the NSC kickoff championship game between Lakeville and your NOSC Blast girls. Another 30 minutes of soccer here from Blaine. Blast girls in their navy blue tops with the white shorts, white pants, and Lakeville in all white. Referee checks with both goalies to make sure we're ready to go. And the whistle momentarily. And we are underway. So we have a new goalie. We'll talk a little bit about this in a moment, but this is Foley battling there. This one goes to the touch line and out, right side of your screen. So Amaviska in at goal. This one comes short. Holt sends this for Foley. Foley up for his Kivell. Kivell keeps it in. It stays in. Nicely done, all girls. Kivell leans there. And that's going to be a foul. Just a little too much pushing in the back. Just a little too much pushing in the back. And Lakeville will have a free kick. You can see the Lakeville players trying to be marshaled in towards the net. Now we're going to see what kind of leg this young lady is. She sends it all the way down, and she does. It's claimed by Foley. That rolls up and over her head. This falls for Nelner. Nelner for Kivell. Kivell with a little bit of space. Has Gosson in the middle. Finds Gosson. Gosson goes right back out. Gosson by a defender. Gosson with a chance. Needs to stay with it. Does momentarily. This is a step for Foley. Now Holt will come back for this. Nelner punches this over everyone. And it goes the other direction. Shakibi far side. So Shakibi, let's see, your defenders. Lee in the middle with Nelner and Mims on the wings, on the outside backs. You've got Foley and Holt in the middle with Shakibi, Kivell, and Gosson, your forwards. As I said, Amaviska between the sticks for the Blast girls. This one, nice, great, good ball skills there by Lakeville, keeping that one in. That had throw-in written all over it. Nicely done. Taken away by Holt. This is Gosson. Tries to feed Holt on the overlapping run, but it didn't quite come off. Foley steps up. Can't get a foot to that. Foley brings it to the near side. Foley feeds it forward, but it's intercepted. Lakeville going the other direction. Good defense that time by Nelner. I think that's going to be... Couldn't tell what that was going to be, a corner or a goal kick. But the assistant referee and the referee said goal kick. Looked like it might have been off of a blue player, but again, hard to tell. Referee having to tell Amaviska exactly where that line is. Again, by this time in the tournament, those issues aren't usually too problematic. Amaviska's goal kick taken by Foley. Foley feeds it forward and finds Grandma. And so that'll be a throw for Lakeville. Lakeville sends this in towards Nelner. Nelner off of her foot. That one goes out. So Lakeville will do it again. Right side of your screen. This comes in towards Holt. Holt has a chance. Holt surveys her options, sends it forward, couldn't connect. Now she goes far side to Shakibi, but it doesn't quite come off. Shakibi with a nice recovery there, far side. This is Mims, dispossessed. Now this is Gosson. Gosson outside to Shakibi, nicely done. Shakibi just couldn't get around the defender. It was a nice passing combination. Gosson again with the ball at her feet. Coming to the near side, this is punched over the top. This is Nelner who sends it the other direction. Shakibi can't control. Mims will chase. Sorry about the issue on the channel, folks. Apparently we had a little technical issue. If I clicked something that turned off the stream from the first half, so I'm glad you're able to join us here for the second half. You haven't missed any goals. Good foot skills around. A couple of defenders by Lakeville. This comes to the middle. Opportunity here for Lakeville. Defense keeps backing up. Lakeville shoots from distance. This one's going to be to the outside. Nelner's going to come over and chase this one. Sends this up towards Kivell. Kivell's got some time, but she's got somebody behind her. Kivell in the middle of a race, but her pass intercepted. Foley unable to keep a track of that one. This is Gosson for Kivell. Kivell around one defender. Kivell stretches the leg. She only has one defender. She cuts to the middle, but that's where there are more defenders. Somebody in blue's got to get on the other end of that as Foley shoulder challenge there. This one comes down towards Nelner, who punches it going the other direction. Kivel's going to have to come back for this one. Nelner's going to have another chance at this one. Good use of the body by Nelner. Takes a little push in the back. That's okay. Goes to the middle. Holt's going to have to get a touch to this. Holt outside towards Kivel. Couldn't connect. Opportunity now for Kivel. Kivel's got one defender to beat as the defense rallies to the middle. Good negative pass to Holt. Holt has a chance. Holt picks somebody out, sends it forward for Gossin, and Gossin was offside. I think that's absolutely going to be the right call. Assistant referee did not hesitate as Gossin had strayed into a slightly offside position. Not an egregious example of it, but certainly offside. Probably needs to move the ball back a little bit. The girls at this age, again, still getting used to taking indirect free kicks from an offside offense. The kick needs to be taken level with where the offside offense took place. The referee's arm is in the air, which is optional for IFAB. Good step up that time for Foley. Little contact there. We play on. Foley with a good tackle. Kivel couldn't get to that one. Foley battles again. This one gets sent down the sideline. Comes to the middle. Lakeville to the middle. Around one defender. Feeds it to the far side. This is Shakibi who will chase far side. In front of the blast bench. I was going to say goes negative, but she doesn't. She keeps battling there. And a whole host of substitutions here for the Lakeville soccer girls. Gives us a chance to catch our breath. It's going to be Mims with a throw far side right in front of the blast bench. In fact, there have been some substitutions here for the Blast girls as well. We'll try to get your lineup here momentarily. This is Lakeville down the far side. They steered in with the left foot, but that's going to be off over the end line. So Amaviska's going to have Amaviska. I thought that was a goal kick. That didn't go out? Apparently that didn't go out. That's interesting. Amaviska's going to have to be careful not to step out over that line. This will definitely be a goal kick. So let's set your lineup. We've got Gossin and Kivel and Kron, your forwards, with Lee, Holt in the midfield, Drion, Mims, and Nelner, your defenders. This one jumped quickly by Lakeville. Lee sends it to the near side. This is Kivel. Kivel lets it run. Now she'll turn and chase. Good job by Kivel letting that one run. This is Nelner. Nelner with a big, strong throw. Comes in towards Holt. Holt sends this forward. Nicely done.
Let's go!
And she's offside. Oh, my heavens. I think that's the right call from where I was sitting. It certainly looked like Kivel might have been in an offside position. The assistant referee waited for just a second to make sure confirm his suspicions, then raised his flag on the far side. Again, for the girls at this age, this is a concept that they are not overly used to. So it does take some adjustment. To take the indirect free kick from just inside their own end. This falls all the way back for Drion. Drion sends it to the far side. This is Kron. Kron gets a foot to it, sends it towards the middle for Gossin. Gossin lays off for Holt. Holt tries to send it on for Kron, but can't. Sends it near side for Kivel, but it's intercepted. Kivel's got it at her feet. Needs to find a friend. Nelner sends it over here this way. Kept in by Kivel. Comes back into the middle. Malia sends that forward, and here's Kivel. Kivel racing on. Gossin's to the middle. Can Kivel get there first? She's pushed off the ball. You can see her looking for some help. This one's going to be off Lakeville. It's going to be a deep throw for the Blast girls. And we will have a substitute as McFarland will check in. Who's she checking in for? Aurelia Nelner is going to be withdrawn. McFarland will take her spot. So McFarland will give this a mighty heave and see if she can create some offense here. This comes in towards Holt. Holt spins, turns. I think we have, what do we have? We have a...
Keep your feet down, Blue!
I'm not sure exactly what we have here. If that was a throw-in infraction or maybe didn't wait for the whistle. This one's off of Holt and goes out. McFarland thought that was going to get out and so didn't chase it. Lakeville throw from the near side. The ball is in. Blast girls still a little late getting back into their shape. This one's sent towards Malia Lee.
Good try.
Back midfields. Get back mid.
Let's go, Blast.
Throw in right in front of the camera by Lakeville. Heaves towards McFarland. This one's going to go by everybody towards Lee. Lee's claiming it there. She's got a lot of traffic and a lot of company. Good turn and spin there. Opportunity here for Lakeville. Are they going to be able to get a shot off? No. And that's a corner. So a corner opportunity for the girls in white. Amaviska calling out who to mark. So everybody marked right now. This one comes in towards the near post. It's sent out. Opportunity for Lakeville. That's going to be pitched up and high. Good opportunity. She's disappointed with that effort, but it was a good job putting a foot to that. That was going to be a tricky shot either way. The fact that it was even close to being on frame is a demonstration of potential future skill. Amaviska with the goal kick now. Has Mims to the outside. Where does she decide to go with it? She decides to go to the middle. It's almost intercepted that time by Lakeville. Purdy's on this side. This one's going to go the other direction and another goal kick. So if the Blast girls are going to go to the middle, someone's going to have to check to that ball. Probably better on goal kicks to head to the outside. Amaviska for McFarland. McFarland takes a touch. Feeds it forward for Purdy. Purdy couldn't get to that one, and that one's going to go out again over the end line. Actually, it's going to go for a deep throw. So it'll be a Blast throw right side of your screen. Last couple of minutes have been a little bit disjointed. Both teams struggling to put something together. McFarland, a chance here to throw it just up the line. She does. Off of a Lakeville boot, comes to another Lakeville boot, finds its way to the middle. Chance for Dreon to get a clearance. She does momentarily. Lakeville still with a chance. This comes for Lee. Just needs to be a big clearance here for the girls in blue. When McFarland gets this to the outside, this is Purdy. Purdy tries to feed it forward, has it taken off of her foot. Good defense here by Lakeville. McFarland cuts in front of that one. McFarland sends it in for Gosson. Gosson with a good lean there. And Lee unable to fight nature as there is a handball infraction. So this will be just at the top of just outside the penalty arc. So big opportunity here. All the Blast girls should be at least as high as the goal area. But again, this is not something that they're able to understand as their U11 girls.
Another handball.
Yeah.
Handball.
Yeah, I think that probably should have been a handball there in the box. Amaviska with the punt finds its way towards the midline. This is Cron far side. Gonna try to keep Lakeville pinned up there. This one comes back the other direction. Lee with it. Lee sends it forward for Gosson. Gosson's going to try to win this one. It's going to be sent to the far side. Cron steps up. And we have a throw for Blast right in front of the Lakeville bench. And the Lakeville girls will make a handful of substitutions. So we have a throw-in infraction and throw-in infraction, so that'll switch and go the other way. Lakeville with the throw now in front of their bench. Everybody's picking their feet up today. Good foot skills far side. Holt tries to play defense there, but some good, like I said, good foot skills there, dribbling around or ball handling around some traffic. Gosson battling there, Cron battling. That one's out of play. Who's got the throw for that one? It is going to be blue as Foley checks in for Gosson. So this is Mims, far side. Throws in looking for Foley. Comes for Purdy. This is Foley. Can't get that off of her foot. Cron comes back and tries to track it. Sends it forward for Foley. Foley by one defender, but the second defender takes the ball away from her. Cron battling there. Strong play there with a couple of players. Needs to be better communication there with the girls in blue. They're stepping on top of each other there far side. And we'll have a white throw. This will be a Lakeville throw. This one comes in towards Mims. Mims gets this one off. This is off Mims and will be a throw right in front of the blast bench. 15 minutes to go here in this game. 75% of this game is complete. And a goal kick for Amaviska. Amaviska will put her foot to it and restart play. Punches it out towards a Lakeville player who keeps it in. Lakeville shoots, and that one goes all the way across goal. That was kind of crazy. I think Blast needs to have a slightly more, maybe Blast needs to come to help their goalie out a little bit more. Amaviska again will put her foot to it. She sends it out, but it goes right to Lakeville again. This one's taken by Lakeville, sped into the middle. Girls in blue need to get to it. This is McFarland. Keeps this in. Nicely done. Scoops it forward, looking for Purdy. Good defense there by McFarland. Now she's going to have a little bit of help as Holt comes over. Good job by McFarland on the near side. So Lakeville with a deep throw. A chance to heave this into the box. This one's going to be out past everyone and will go out off of Dreon, and that's a corner opportunity. Again, that's a maturity issue. At U11, you play that ball. At older ages, you just watch that ball go out over the end line for a goal kick. So Lakeville corner coming from the right side of your screen. Good corner comes in about midline. It's off a couple of bodies. Let's see if she's able to replicate that. Keeps it in. Nicely done by Holt. Holt just needs to get a clearance and concedes the throw near side. This heave into the penalty area opportunity here for Lakeville. They shoot. Amaviska had it, lost it. This is Mims' far side. Towards Mims again, sent out. This is Holt. Dreon says enough of this and tries to get a firm clearance and does. Comes right back in. This is Lee. Lee unable to get on the end of it. McFarland chops at it. This is Nelner far side. Nelner spins, turns, uses the body to keep it, but unfortunately for her concedes the throw far side. Shakibi checking in. And another player also checked in. I could not tell who it was. Oh, Gosson back on the pitch. Good spin to the inside. Lee battling there. Gosson back from her midfield position to battle as well. Here's an opportunity for Lakeville. Lakeville shoots this one, and that goes by everybody. Goal kick coming up for Blast. Again, a one-goal game with 48 minutes. We're in the 49th minute of a 60-minute game. So the girls in blue, opportunity here for Dreon to parry that away. Lakeville unable to get that one down. This one's high in the air. Mims far side. Nelner back to track. I think Nelner's supposed to be playing. I think Nelner is the forward over there, but comes back to help on defense. Nelner battles there. Good job by Lakeville. That to the middle. Chance for Lakeville in the middle. It squares and goes wide. And I think that's going to be a goal kick. Yep, goal kick for the girls in blue. And again, Blast struggling right now to get this out of their own end. Kibble will check in for Purdy. Shakibi. Okay, see. Okay, the referee has to, when there's substitutions, you might be asking, why is he blowing a whistle? When there are substitutions, the referee has to blow the whistle to restart play. He had not blown the whistle yet to restart play. At least that is, I'm guessing, what he would say if we were to ask him what was going on. Amaviska, this one's taken by Lakeville. This one comes, good move to the outside, shot to the outside. Amaviska takes that one, spills it, and another corner. Corner coming from the right side of your screen. Girls in blue have to attack it. Attack the corner, don't wait on it. This one comes in towards the near post. It's played away that time by Lakeville. Lakeville plays negative. Opportunity here for Lakeville to cross in again. The cross comes in. It's bandied about. Nelner has a chance to get it out. It's sent the other direction by Mims, and Shakibi to the near side. Needs to get just a nice firm clearance. And finally it comes for Foley. Foley with a chance. Foley for Kibble. Off of Kibble's heels. Comes in for Foley. Foley by a couple of players. Foley feeds Kibble, and Kibble unable to come up with that one.
Keep it up there, girls. Keep it up.
Foley with a great effort there, and some more substitutions. Some more substitutions here for Lakeville as we approach the 52nd minute of this one.
Let's go, girls.
Next goal will be crucial. Throw from the right side of the screen comes in towards another Lakeville player who sends it on forward. This is Shakibi, takes it to the outside. Lost control of it. Kibble back to help. Kibble sends it forward. This is Gossin. Gossin, nicely done. Absolutely onside is Foley. Foley racing into the penalty area. Foley shoots from distance and squeezes it just wide. The assistant referee was on top of that one. A couple of Lakeville players thinking that Foley might have strayed offside. But what a nice run that time by Foley. Good teamwork by the Blast girls. Assistant referee who's already made a couple of offside calls in this game on top of that one. It was a close call, no question about that. Foley's going to chase this one. Shakibi near side. Kibble can't get to Kibble. Kibble feeds it towards
Nice, Brianna.
towards Foley. Lost it there. Bunch of shoes untied out there on the field. Lakeville to the middle. Gossin ain't able to control that one. Goes to the far side. Big step there by Mims. That one's off of a Lakeville boot, and that's going to get out on the far side.
Doing great,
52 minutes gone in this one. Milner whips this one in hard towards Gossin and off of Gossin's chest and out.
Blast!
Come on, girls. Keep up the energy. Come on, Blast.
Throw comes in far side. Gossin battling there. Gonna try to keep it in, but it's off of it's off of a Lakeville player.
Here we go, Blast.
So Nelner will have another chance at this one. Put some air under it maybe and try to loop it over everybody. We know she's strong. Instead, it's a low burner. Chance for Lakeville here to get a good clearance. Gossin gets a foot to it, but it goes out of play. Blast girls with a 2-1 lead.
Let's go.
Second half quickly draining away from both teams. Had a plethora of scoring in the first half. In the space of about 6 minutes, I think we had 3 goals. And since then, it has been quiet. Been a few shots on goal for both teams, but nothing overly dangerous. Lakeville with a series of throws right there on the far side near the midline. This one gets whipped down the line. This is for Nelner. Nelner pooches that one up north. Lakeville, Nora Holt with that one, sends it the other direction. And Lakeville sends it down the other direction. So here, the Lakeville girls far side, they'll send it deep. This is Nelner. And that's going to be a blue throw.
Come on, girls.
54 minutes gone.
Keep the ball there. There you go.
Foley dispossessed there. That one gets played deep. Mims. This is Drion who punches this out towards the Blast bench. And right now, Blast girls just need to keep talking. Lakeville looking for that equalizer. Gotta wait for the whistle. There's the whistle. Holt hammers that one, and that one's over everybody. The Blast girls punching the ball a little bit in the air, need to keep that ball down. This one gets whipped in. Nelner pokes at that one and ends up in the bench. This one goes down to the far corner. Lakeville chasing. Mims with it there. Battles there. Tries to keep it out towards the side. Falls nicely that time for a Lakeville player. Gosson can't get a foot to it. Again, far side. This is Nelner. And it's out over the touchline. The assistant referee has got his flag in the air. And we've got a throw as Lakeville makes another change. So throw for Lakeville, far side. That's going to run out, and a goal kick opportunity here for Blast. And a goal kick opportunity for Blast has proven somewhat hair-raising a couple of times here in this second half. It hasn't always worked out. Amaviska goes wide to Nelner. Nelner off of her foot and out of play, so we'll have a white throw. Lakeville with a throw on the far side. Lakeville heaves that in. Blast girls still finding their defensive assignments. Blast losing a little bit of their shape. Nelner with it. Nelner goes by a couple of the defenders, sends it for Foley. Can Foley get on the end of it? Foley does get on the end of it. She's got some foot skills. She's going to bring it back the other direction. This is Nelner. Nelner feeds it to the middle, but its possession is given over. This is Mims. Can't keep track of that one. Girls in blue coming back for this one. It's chipped the other direction. The girls need to talk. That should have been a negative pass to Dreon. Nelner battles there. She doesn't want to go to the middle. Needs to keep the ball to the outside. This one's crossed to the middle. Nicely done. Holt doing a good job of using her back to keep that one out. And this one will be another throw for Lakeville as we approach the 58th minute of this one. Another substitution here for Lakeville.
A few minutes, Blast.
Little surprised Lakeville's making substitutions like this late in the game. They're chasing the game by down a goal, but obviously their coaching staff thinking they need to make some changes to get the right combination of players on the pitch. This one comes to the middle. This is Dreon who can't get a clearance. Another chance, can't get a clearance. A trip there. Amaviska with a good save, and that one goes behind the net. The girls in blue have got to get a little bit better in terms of communication. They need to mark up. They all need to mark up. There is no time. No time to hang around and talk to your friends. This is a time we've got to Blast girls have got to be locked in. This one comes in, drifts to the back of the net, and it goes in. It drifts in and goes in off of the corner. What a nice ball that was. Blast girls need to recover quickly. There are only a couple of minutes left in this game. The Blast girls need to recover. They need to do their substitutions and reset.
All right, refocus. Let's go!
They're waiting for their substitutes waiting on the far side. Assistants need to help them out there. Nelner down the far side. Nice job that time. It was a beautiful corner by the Lakeville corner taker, far side. Nelner around, sends it to the middle. Can Foley get a touch to it? She does. A chance for Kibble, but Kibble couldn't pounce on that.
Hey, get ready to pressure.
Good pressure there, Blast. Let's go, girls. Keep it up.
All right, here we go.
Nice, let's go. You got it.
Good job by Gosson, far side. Good foot skills, feeds Foley. Foley in the middle. Foley's going to try to go by one defender. Good defense that time. Tackling. Nice job that time by Lakeville. This one now to the Lakeville midfield. This is Ems going the other direction. Nelner battling there. Mims feeds this forward. This is Holt. Holt. Foley. Chance for Kibble. Can Kibble get this off her foot? She just chips it towards goal. And that runs out. So a goal kick opportunity.
Let's get one.
So we have McFarland checking in, Cron checking in. We have a number of girls checking in. Lee's back on the pitch.
Go to the ball right away. Let's go, Blast.
Into the last minute of this game. The game is almost done in terms of regular time. It's a championship game. We're not going to end up in a championship game. This game is down the sideline. Kibble with it there. Spins, turns, sends it to the middle. Attempted a clearance. Chance for Gosson. Another opportunity for Gosson. Can somebody get on the end of it? Purdy can't square to it. That was Gosson. I think that was on. That's a throw. It's a blue throw. Yeah, blue throw, right, left side of your screen. It's a throw. Somebody in blue needs to take the throw. There we go. Kibble heaves this in towards the penalty area, taken by Lakeville. They'll send it out. Nicely done. This is Lee. Lee on defense. Falls over. Lakeville player falls over the ball. This one gets sent far side. Cron needs to get to the end of this one. Goes the other direction. And it gets sent back. This is Amaviska on the backside. She needs to bring this to the top. Taken by Lee. Lee. Her pass blocked. That goes back the other direction. Mims far side. Mims outside to Cron, but Cron wasn't able to get on the end of that one, and it'll be a Lakeville throw. We are into extra time. I've got 30 minutes plus here played in the second half. Referee probably adding another minute, but can't be much more than that. And that is it. That is it for regulation. We'll have to see exactly what we're going to go to here. Are we going to play? So are we going straight to a shootout, or are we going straight to a shootout, or are we going to extra time? I think we're going right to a shootout. Sucks.
Oh, I
think that's what no, I hate it. Oh.
They should give an opportunity, at least one.
Yeah, one extra time period would be bad, but then we would get the chance of, one end is good, one end is bad. Like there's a strong win. Both teams want a chance with the win. So you have to end up having to play 2 5-minute periods, which, we'd be here until another 20 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Well, you guys wanted drama. You're getting your tickets. You're getting your ticket price paid. You're getting your tickets worth. Your money's worth. At least I think we're going to a kickoff.
They're not setting up like they are.
They're not going to a penalty. I don't think they. I think never play extra time.
Extra time.
But we're gonna play the whole. I bet it's the whole extra time period too.
Oh, really? Normally like 10 minutes.
It's not gonna be golden goal.
So like, no,
So 5 minutes and 5 minutes. Probably two 5-minute periods.
That's what we've seen mostly.
Okay.
So to take a look at the rules and see. Yeah. All right. Or maybe we're not. I don't know. Find out.
Oh, I think you're right. I think it's a shootout.
Oh, now we are going shootout. Okay.
Shootout.
All right. There you go.
Oh, I don't like this.
A 4-player shootout? Not a 3, not a 5. A 4? I've never even heard of that. Is it 5? Well, because the Lakeville's only got 4 shooters down there. Non-goalies. I suppose the goalie can be a shooter too. Yeah, the goalie can be a shooter. That's true. That's true. Interesting.
You gotta have a goalie in there.
Don't forget you have to play goalie. Yes. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's funny. That is funny.
All right, so we are going to, folks, a shootout. It's going to be on this end. It is going to be a shootout. It's going to be on this end. I'm going to leave the camera here. So So I don't know who's shooting first. Let's see who's shooting first. So the goalie is shooting first? Or is the referee simply having a conversation with... Or is the referee simply having a conversation with both goalies about what his expectations are? Again, both goalies have to keep at least 1 foot on the line until the ball is struck. Referee is checking to make sure that the goal is actually on the line. Yeah, he's going to tell both goalies exactly what's going on. This is good education here by the center referee, making sure that the goalies understand they have to keep a foot on that line before the ball is struck. Once the ball is struck, obviously they can come out and play it. There are no rebounds. So both goalies now getting the same instructions, which makes sense. And again, at older levels, at older ages, this kind of thing not necessary. But we'll see how this goes. So we're looking for a game ball. Now we're looking for a game ball. So that is the penalty spot where the referee has placed the ball. Referee's talking to the keeper, explaining the situation. These two teams played a close game on Saturday. This game will be going to penalty kicks for the championship. We'll see how this turns out. Again, early season tournament for both teams. Referee has to do some paperwork. And here we go. Amaviska in goal for Blast. A chance now for Lakeville. It's a 5-player shot. This one goes towards, and that's kept out. Good save that time by Amaviska. Her paw got to it, went high in the air, off the crossbar and out. So 0 for 1 so far for Lakeville. Holt will shoot now for Blast. Holt, the first shooter for Blast in this penalty shootout of the NSC Kickoff Championship. Referee making note of Holt's number. Holt now steps to it. Has to wait for the whistle. Amaviska's got to get out of the way. Holt, chance, save. Good save that time by Lakeville keeper. Holt hammered it hard, but it was too close to the Lakeville keeper, and she's able to come up with that one. Amaviska back in. Opportunity here for Lakeville to take a 1-0 lead. Both teams have missed on their first penalty attempts. I should say both teams have had both their penalty attempts saved. Lakeville stands over this one. Right-footed attempt. Goes towards goal and scores past Amaviska. Good goal that time for Lakeville. And here comes Bailey Dreon. Bailey Dreon, number 6 for Blast. She will be the second shooter for Blast. She tees up the ball, waits for the referee's whistle. She'll also be going right, appears to be right-footed. She goes to goal and scores. So Dreon levels it at 1. One apiece. One apiece with 3 shooters to go. Amaviska back in goal. Lakeville girl checking the penalty spot, waits for the referee to finish the paperwork. And now she squares. Again, what appears to be another right-footed shot. Whistle blows. Shot. That one's top of the net. Nicely done. Well taken. That was going to be difficult no matter which way Amaviska went. That was going to be a challenge. A well-taken penalty as Gosson with it has to find the right spot. Referee making sure that, again, with the plethora of lines on this field, it's hard to know exactly where those spots are. Gosson will be the third shooter. Blast girls need this goal to stay level. It's 2-1 right now to Lakeville. Gosson goes to goal and Gosson scores. So now it is 2-2. It is 2-2 with 2 shooters left on both teams. If you were looking for some excitement, look no further. It is tense stuff here from field 29 North. This is the 4th shooter for Lakeville. It's level now at 2. Maviska watches. It goes to goal and it's tucked in the far corner. That was easy as you like. Again, no goalie's getting to that one. That was a perfect penalty into the corner. And now Lauren Cron, the 4th shooter for Blast, scored on a penalty in the game earlier today. Why is she setting the ball up that far away? She has no idea where to put the ball. Obviously a failure in good parenting. Cron will watch over this one. It is 3-2 to stay level. Blast need to convert on this one. Number 23, Lauren Cron, stands over this one, has a chance to level it for Blast. There's the whistle. She shoots and goes to goal and misses. It's off the post. She was trying to tuck it in the post and it went wide. It is 3-2. If Lakeville scores here, it is over. If Lakeville scores, they will win this shootout. Amaviska needs to make this save. Hands on knees, staring at the ball. Whistle blows, another right-footed penalty. This one high, off the crossbar and over. Off the crossbar and over. And a chance to pull level now. Kivel needs to score here to level it. If Kivel does not score here, the Lakeville girls will win this championship. Kivel, another right-footed penalty taker, number 28 for Blast. Kivel needs to score. If she scores here, we will go to sudden death. And she does not, and that is it. Lakeville has won. That's it. 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 Yep, that's it. No, that's it. Game's over. Lakeville just won. We lost 4-3 on penalties. 4-2 on penalties. Yeah, the game's over. Yeah, game's over. So a valiant effort that time. Valiant effort that time by the Blast girls. They fall short on penalties here in the extra period. And the championship goes to Lakeville. Final score from Blaine, Lakeville